Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm going to do a quick video today on a piece of gear that my wife ordered for me almost a month ago. It took that long for it to get here because of all the COVID mess and everything. And go over what I think of it so far. I've already played with this a little, trying to figure out what's the best way to set this up so that you all didn't have to watch the struggles that ensued of trying to figure out how to do this. But the item is the Onetigris Smoky Hut. This thing, like I said, it took it almost a month to get here because of the COVID stuff. I actually ordered this straight from them. I found out it was actually cheaper to do that. Amazon and different places have got it for around around 150 bucks. But if you go straight to their website, sign up for their emails and newsletters and all that stuff, they'll send you a code that you can get 10% off. With doing that, time we took the 10% off, I ended up getting it for like 128 bucks. So the white one would have been even cheaper than that. I believe everything that I've seen on Amazon and so forth, the white one usually runs about $10 cheaper for some odd reason. I don't know why. But I've already had this set up. I am impressed with it. It weighs nearly nothing. I think the website says it weighs just a touch over 2 pounds. The fabric is very, very lightweight, but it also feels durable at the same time, if that makes sense. So what I'm going to do here real quick, I'm going to move this camera back some and get that set up, and we'll set it up and let y'all see me set it up, and we'll go from there, and then I'll talk a little bit about it. So bear with me here for a minute. Now, when I put this back in here, I didn't bother rolling it and folding it up. I just stuffed it. That's more likely how I'm going to do it anyways. It comes with the pole, comes with tent stakes, and these are the good ones. I'll show you those here in just a second. And it also comes with some guideline. Now, there's not enough tent stakes to stake down the tent and the guideline. So you'll either have to buy some more and add to it, or you'll have to make those in the field, one or the other. It comes with this loop on the front. That loop is if you decide you want to put a toggle in it and hang it instead of using the center pole. If you've got the center pole with you, I don't know why you would do that, unless for some odd reason you just needed more room. If there's a way to put this up where you don't have to go back and adjust it, I don't know. Everything I've watched on YouTube, they always have to go back and adjust it a little. But we'll go over that here in a second. The elastic. The pole is real nice. It's very lightweight. And all the sections are bungeed. The thickness, if you look at it, isn't bad. It's a whole lot stouter and a whole lot thicker than most other tent poles that I've seen. Now, something I did this time that won't always be the case is I used to put up on the bungee cord to set this up. Each one of the loops has a bungee cord loop, and I'll show you those here in just a second. Give me just a minute. Okay, there we go. This side here can come out a little bit. That one. And this one needs to come out just a touch, I think. Okay, let me get this door open real quick. One thing I do like about the design of this is you can set it up to where you have just one door. Like so. Move you over here a little. That way you've got just the one door, or take this side here and roll it back to where the whole front of it's open. Like so. Now, I'm 5'10", and the top of it comes up about eye level. Inside, I've got plenty of room to squat like this. I can put my arm up and barely can touch the top of it. So there's a lot of room. I think the measurements say it's 10.5 foot across and just a touch over 5 foot in the center. So there's quite a bit of room. Now let's talk about the tent pegs and some of the other things. If you go all the way around this and put a tent peg in every loop that goes to the ground, you'll have one extra peg, and that's it. Now the pegs that they have are aluminum. They're the nice little 3-sided pegs. Got a spot where you can put a piece of cord in there to make a pull loop if you need it. I've used these with my other tarp and love them. I think you can pick them up at Walmart for about $1 a piece, I believe it is. And the ones at Walmart are just a touch longer, but not much. The other thing, let me get you out of this tripod and walk you around here. When it comes to the loops, you've actually got the loop itself that you can put the peg through. You've got this bungee loop that you can actually use right there. And then you've got a third loop inside. This loop here, if you use it and stake out with it, this will actually, the edge of the tent will actually be on the ground. And that to me would be more for colder environments. Once you get everything staked out, that one could probably come in just a little bit more. It's got all kinds of room, or this one come out some more. Here we go, needed to come out some more. Oh. It also has guideline points all the way around. Everywhere there's a seam for a panel, there's a guideline point. All the way around. Neighbor just let the hoodlums out. You've got a vent at the top, but for some odd reason, this vent doesn't stay open. You'd have to put a stick or something in it. Got one on the front and one on the back. Watch out, dog. Let me get this closed up on one side, and we'll get in it for a minute. All right, bear with me here. I'm going to shrink my tripod down. There we go. All right. Inside of it, and once you zip it down, there's quite a bit of room in here. There wouldn't be any problem in the summertime sleeping 3 people in this. In the wintertime, it would probably be a little tight to try and sleep 3 people in it with a stove. The stove jack is here, so that means the stove would sit somewhere in this area. Let me move you around to where the stove would be sitting. The stove would be sitting about where you're at now. So there's still enough room in here for 2 people, no problem with gear. And you may be able to get 2 adults and 1 child in here. There's a loop up here at the top with a hook on it. Oh, get you up there. Right there. So you can hang a candle lantern or any kind of lantern, I guess, from it for light in here. Even with it zipped up out here, there's still a pretty good breeze blowing underneath of this. If the 2 vents at the top, show you them from the inside, right here and here. If they were propped open and this was open, there'd be a lot of airflow through here. But right now it's kind of warm, so bear with me here. Let me get this thing open back up. Bring you back out. One thing I'm not sure about yet, and this will come with using it, I'm not sure whether I'm going to use this side here as the door and it close to the stove, or whether I'll secure this side out and then use the other side away from the stove as the door. I haven't figured that out yet. That'll be something I have to figure out once the weather actually gets to where I can start using the stove in it. The only complaint that I've got with this thing. Oh, and this is it. These little loops right here would have worked a whole lot better if they had been some sort of bungee material, because when you pull the toggle around and tie it off, you actually have to hold the loop in place and then kind of fluff that and spread that out so that it'll actually hold enough tension on it that it won't come loose. If it had just been a small loop of bungee material, that wouldn't have been an issue. So, the stove jack is pretty good size. Get you set up here and show you how that works. Here we go. The stove jack is interesting. It's got Velcro all the way around it, but yet it's sewn and flat at the top. So even if you're using a stove jack in this, you would roll that up and again use the toggle in the little nylon loop. And then put your stove jack in it. Using this door, this seems very loose, so that's part of the reason why I think when I use the stove, I'll use the other side of it. But overall, I'm impressed with the construction. Very, very pleased with it. I'd read all the reviews about how lightweight it was and all of that, but even with that, I still have to admit that when I finally got my hands on it, I was kind of shocked at how light it was. I wasn't expecting it to be nowhere near as light as it is. So when they say lightweight gear, they're not kidding. It's lightweight. This would be something that would be very easy to strap on to the bottom of a day pack and pack with you, even if you weren't planning on doing an overnight trip. Oh, bear with me, I'm old. Oh. But overall, I'm impressed with it. I'm pleased with it. I can't wait to get out and use it. Really looking forward to using it this fall. I think it'll be great for what it's designed for. I think my little ammo can stove will keep it more than toasty in there. I've got a feeling with the last couple of burns I've done on it, I've got a feeling it'll run you out unless it's down 30 degrees or colder. But look forward to using it and seeing what I think of it after that. Like I said, my wife ordered this for me, so I'm very, very happy with the fact that she supports me with this and helps provide me with gear to do videos on. If y'all have watched a lot of my videos, you know she's bought me a lot of equipment in the last year. So I appreciate that and thank her for that. But hope y'all found this interesting. I'm sure I'll have more information for you once I get to using it and actually camp out in it a night or two. And I'll add all that stuff in later. Like, share, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want. And I'll get another one up for you soon.